am doing just a regular makeup face today. I kind of feel like playing a little bit more with some things that I have, and I thought I would just jump on and we'd get ready together. So this could be chatty, it could take a while, I don't know. I just sort of feel like playing with some of my makeup while I put my makeup on, so that's how it goes. So I'll chat about the things that I'm doing and so forth while I do it. I've got my big mirror right here in front of me, so I kind of have to have you up a little higher, but I have you zoomed in. Frightening, I know, I'm so sorry. So basically this is a get ready with me at 53. So as we age, it gets so hard to balance trying to keep your face looking, you know, youthful and fresh and so forth, while still using makeup to make things appear better than they are or whatever, but yet not go overboard with the makeup, because then you just look like you're trying too hard and so forth. So it's just a struggle. Let's just get ready. I came down to my area where I kind of call it my studio. Weird. But I have lights, you know, lighting here, so it's not in my bathroom where everything looks just so orange or whatever. So I figured the colors would be more true down here, and you could see all my wrinkles so much better. Yeah. So anyway, just getting real here. Yeah, I am 53, so I'm not ashamed to, you know, mention my age, because, you know, I'm proud to be 53. Many people were not given the choice or the chance to be this old. And went away too soon. I'm thinking of one of my best, dearest friends. So I'm always happy to be able to announce my age. I find nothing shameful in it. So anyway, this is my face. I have just a ton of, you know, discoloration, freckling, that kind of thing, to the point where it's almost like rosacea everywhere. I have dark circles, I have wrinkles and creping, I have, you know, forehead wrinkles. I've got it all. I even have an enormous zit happening right here on my chin. Now, how is that fair? To be of an age where you could be going through menopause and having acne at the same time. I don't think that there should be a law against that, I think, personally. But anyway, it is what it is, and this is what I do with what I've got. So anyway, enough rambling, let's just do it. First of all, I am putting this Rapid Clear Stubborn Acne spot gel on my little blemish here, because it seems to be the thing that works the best for me. So before I do anything else, I'm just gonna plop some of that on. It helps dry it up. This stuff works the best for me. Honestly, so there's that. So yeah, we're starting there. And then I always put on my eye cream, whichever one I'm using at the time. And right now I'm using the Clinique Smart. It's a custom repair eye treatment. I'm really loving it. It's really nice. I got this free, actually. I had a coupon for Ulta that if you bought something from Clinique, which I needed to do anyway, you would get this free. So I just add a little dot there and, you know, on my fingers and dab them together. And I just lightly, I mean, I'm not even pressing, you know, I'm just very lightly rubbing that around the crow's feet area and then outward. And I really like how it feels. I feel like it's made a difference. I'm really enjoying this. I'm glad I've had a chance to give it a try. So yeah, nice, good stuff. And then I'm going to have to repurchase this because I love it so much. My all over moisturizer that I've been using at the time is the Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. Yeah, I'm really loving it. It's by Glow Recipe. And as you can see, I am almost out. So let's just do one pump. I just do one of these kind of things, and I just put it all over my face and down the neck. Don't forget your necks. Just don't. You've got to moisturize your neck. I do a more thicker, more, you know, sustaining type of moisturizer at night, because the neck, I mean, no matter how gorgeous your face looks and doesn't have a single wrinkle or whatever, your neck will show your age faster than anything else. So yeah. I love it. It sinks right in. It's so cooling, and I love that really light watermelon fresh flavor. Yeah, I'm eating it on a regular. No, scent. That watermelon scent. Okay, so that's how I'm starting. The whole thing's starting off. Now, the next thing I do personally, and I'm going to do this in the order that I always do it, which is, I've noticed from watching other people, I obviously do it really weirdly. You know, I do things in a strange order, but this is what works for me, and this is the way I like it, so doing that, right? Clinique. Even Better Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 15 Evens and Corrects. Well, if there's anything I definitely need in my life, is I need it to be even and corrected for sure. So just splotting that on my hand, and grabbing a beauty blender. I've tried one of the blue sapphire ones that they're so beautiful when they start. And then they get a little, you know, used looking, but it's still pretty. I like the blue. Pardon me. It's early. So I'm going to be looking down in my mirror here. And sometimes I'm going to be looking in my monitors. If you see me looking above you, that's why. Just to make sure I've got everything where I need it to be. So yeah, I just kind of try to use this to, you can still see the freckles through, but it just kind of tones down the effect of, you know, having so much discoloration. It just, I don't know, evens things out, which is what I need. And I go all over my eyelid and everything with my foundation. I like the way it just kind of evens things really well. I didn't put nearly enough on my hand. Okay. And just, I don't put it on thick. I just smear it around and then bop. Smear and bop. It's my patented technique. Smear, bop. This just evens things out, makes me look a little less blotchy, although you can still see all that underneath and through. That's fine with me. I'm not trying to hide any freckles or discoloration so much as I am just trying to even it. Now, if I had one little bit of melasma or whatever, I would definitely want to cover that one bit, you know, more strongly. But because it's basically melasma level pigmentation all over my face, I can't do that. I'm not going to wear a mask every day. So, and you know, whatever. It is what it is. Again, the older you get, the more you realize, hey, you know what? It's life, it's bodies. Nobody's perfect. And you know what? Nobody really likes anybody who's that perfect anyway, right? I mean, they like them as people, but do you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to constantly see someone who's so darn perfect that it makes you feel like, you know, the bottom of an old shoe. So I don't think that anybody would feel like the bottom of an old shoe when you see my bare face. So there's that. Okay, down the chin, just a little, whatever. There we go. And that's my face, really. I mean, you can still see a lot of the coloration through there, but it is what it is, and I'm fine with that. So that's just me. It's just me. So my whole channel is just me. It's just what I do. Not saying any of this should be done by anyone else necessarily. This is a concealer that I found in my drawer as I was cleaning, and I remember liking it very, very much when I first started using it. Then I tried some more things and it kind of got pushed back. So I'm bringing it back out again. It's the By Terry Terribly Denseless. I don't even know what that means. Concealer, corrector serum, anti something rather, anti dark circle. Yeah, okay. It's got a whole lot of words involved, and it's supposed to be very good for the skin to add good things back in. So I am going to just slap that on the places I seem to like to slap it on. So I want to do a little more today for some reason. I don't always go through all this. And just bop that in, push it in, and that helps. I have definitely lost some, what do I want to say? This is getting more sunken as I'm getting older. I've lost some plumpness there. And so no matter what you do, unless you get fillers, which I don't have, don't know if I ever will, but you know, I'll never say never, but right now I'm okay. No matter what you do though, even though that area is brightened and lightened, you still get that shadow of that dip. So I've learned that that's just something that just is. So until it drives me nuts, that's the way it's gonna be. So there's that. Then I set my under eye always with Too Faced Primed and Poreless. I find this to be powder that's just perfect. Look, I've hit pan. I go through these like crazy, but all I ever use it for really is just a couple little areas. Just bop right under. You press in that, just sort of set it. And I think it's just so finely milled because it's meant to, you know, conceal pores. It's just perfect. And sometimes I just pop it right here where my pores are the most outstanding. I have outstanding pores. Not in a good way, but in very few though. I'm really lucky that my pores are not large. I don't have large open pores hardly at all. I've never had a blackhead in my entire life. So I guess I'm lucky in that respect. Okay, so there's that powder. And then for an all over face powder, I'll do one or the other. Usually the Charlotte Tilbury, I'll just do a very light dusting. I'll do both today just because I want to be extra. So the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish, I have it in one. I really like this. This is my second container of it. And as you can see, I've hit pan again, just a tiny bit and just kind of a little bit here and there. Just to kind of set things. Very little. Then if I want to add some extra glow, I love this stuff. This is Laura Mercier. It's the Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. It's just, you don't even know it's there, but it adds something. I don't know, I'm loving it. And this has lasted me forever and ever. Look at that. I mean, I flattened the dome dish area, but I feel like this is gonna be with me for a very long time. So, oh rats, I just missed a call from my mom and dad. Okay, I'll call them back as soon as I'm done. I just add a little glow here and there, and I don't know, I swear it does something. Even if it's all in my head, whatever, that's where I live, so it works for me. Now, what I do next is eyebrows. And I don't do much, but I just take an eyebrow slanted kind of a pencil thing and the Anastasia Brow Duo in medium brown. I just sort of fill in. Actually, I drop everything on the floor and then I fill in, I've used up quite a bit of this too. A little bit, just, you know, no big deal, but where the hair already is, and just kind of darken it a little where the sparse spaces are. Takes absolutely no time at all, which I like. Yep, it just kind of defines them a little bit more. Ta-da! Sometimes I put a brow gel or something else over there to keep them, you know, contained, but generally they don't go too many places, so I'm good. Today I'm not going to. Now, next, I do my eyes, my eye makeup, which is usually kind of strange for most people. I'm going to start with the MAC Bear Study, the little paint pot in Bear Study. I like this. It's just such a good starter. This one, and I have a Chanel one, and more of a gold toned. This is more of my champagne-y toned one. It just works so beautifully. I use my finger. I just go all over my lid lightly. And it just adds just a base of kind of a pretty sheen, and I like that it does, you know, I just like what it does. And then it dries down quickly enough that, you know, it doesn't crease or anything, but it dries down quickly enough that I can go immediately on with my eyeshadows, and it doesn't, you know, stick to spots or anything weird. So yeah, really liking this stuff. It's not tacky or anything at all, so good stuff. Just a really light wash. Now today I thought I would use my Viseart palette. It's my Cool Mattes. And I don't use it terribly often, but boy, when I do, I love these shadows. These are extremely cool. I have some grays and things on today with a little bit of yellow, so I'm going to add a little bit of a sheeny, sparkly thing just right here at the end, probably. Seeing how, just first I'll see how this works out. But I do really, really like this. I would love if they came out with my perfect palette, because I have colors, or if we could just like buy them separately and mix and match and create our own palette from Viseart. That right there would be just heaven on earth. But so far that hasn't happened that I know of, and we'll deal. Boy, I talk a lot. First thing I do is I take the lightest, whitest type shade on a little brush, and I always just plop a little bit right there under my eye, the arch to my eye. Just brighten that up a little bit. And it just adds, and it looks a little crazy right now, but you know, it will blend in better later, trust me. And then I pop whatever's left on my brush in that corner area there. Just because it's matte, so it will just, what is that? Fluffy. The ever dreaded fluffy. So it just adds, it just lightens that really dark crevice there. And like I say, it's matte, so it's not gonna shimmer or shine, which is good. Then, I usually take my, no I don't. I take more of this type of a brush and I do something in the crease. And usually I look for a color like this for the crease. So that's the one I'm going to use today. Just something kind of light. And I go above my natural crease because my natural crease is so low that I would have no eyelid left. As you can see, my natural crease is down a little, my eye completely covers it. So yeah, this helps just sort of add extra to a crease look. So that's what I do. Kind of a lightish, pinky-ish, mauve-ish tone is what I'm doing here. Just to get something started there. And go higher with this one. And then I go with a darker crease color a little lower. And I believe I'm going to choose this gray tone here. Kind of a taupey gray. And I plop it right in the V corner there, and then I just bring it up into more of the natural crease. If I want to add more, I do. You can always add more, you can't take it away as easily, so I'm just going to take it lightly and do layers till I get where I want. Okay, generally that's pretty much the idea. As you can see, that's what I do. I want to add a little bit of color into that area too, I think. And so I'm gonna go with this kind of a blue-gray. I'm not gonna add a lot, but just get a little on more of a shadow brush. Pop that in there, see? And just pop it right in here. Something about that color kind of brings the green out in my eyes, strangely enough. I really kind of like that. It darkens the corner area and adds a little bit of a color that you can't really tell is a color, if that makes any sense. And then I take a brush that I've used before. I always have one of these microfiber cloths with me. I love these. I've linked them a million times before. I use these for everything in the world. I always have one of these that I kind of with my brush all the time, and then that's how I clean my brushes afterwards too, with a brush bath. So yeah, I just kind of wipe off whatever residue is on the brush, just wipe that off, and then just blend, just try to get those things to blend together. Doesn't take much. Just make sure it's all blended. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm going to kind of wipe that off again on my cloth and use this brighter pink here. Blop, blop, blop. Go over this outer top edge here. So we've got something that, oops, we've got something that's blending into. Okay. When I think I'm done with my upper eye look, I take a plain, this is from e.l.f., I got it for like $1. It's the Flawless Concealer Brush. It's just something that's kind of a big, fluffy, brushy thing. I just kind of make sure I've just got it all kind of blended. Just do one of those, one over, that's it. Then, I need something a little bit underneath, and somewhere here, oh yeah, I take a pencil brush and add one of the colors that I've put, you know, on top. I will find the one I think I want and go underneath. And we're just gonna go a little crazy today. First I'm gonna put a little bit of this grayish tone. I do both. I go a little bit on this upper lash line and a little under, tiny bits. Little goes a long way. I'm gonna be adding a liner. Oh, did I even bring a liner? I didn't bring an eyeliner down here, so I'm just gonna use this. Then, let's see close up. Oh, that's even better. Oh, sort of. Okay, then I'm gonna take this bluish tone. This, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. And it just kind of blends in with that part that I put in my corner. And since I did not bring down any kind of a liner, you know what I could do? Let's try this. I'm gonna use my eyebrow pencil. It's just one of those slanted, angled, you know, brush things. And I'm going to try a little bit of one of these colors for an eyeliner with this brush. Let's try it. Okay, I think I'm gonna try, okay, let's go with this one here. Just the darker one. Let's play. That's what I wanted to do today anyway. I just want to play. Okay, let's see here. Just right up against the lashes. Oh, that works. That actually really works. what's left down here. That worked. Yeah. Which I guess just goes to prove you don't need the perfect, you know, tools for everything. You can just sort of make do with what you have and do things a little outside the box, and it works. Yeah, that works. I'm liking that. How fun. There it is. Okay, so that's my liner. Now, I think, just because I feel like it, I'm going to put a tiny bit of Steal a Kitten. It's just a really good champagne sparkle. This thing's been through the ringer. Focus. But I just use my finger just to grab a little bit and pop it right here in this little outer edge thing. And it just adds a bit of a sparkly bit there when you just kind of catches the light every once in a while. I don't know, I really like that look. Just brightens things up. Just enough. I like that. Okay, that was fun. And now for mascara, I brought my Chintakai, the one that has the growth serum in it. I love this stuff. Really love this stuff. It's good. Now what I do, I really like trying to get way down right up against where my lashes are coming out of my eyelid. I do not like to see on other people when you can just sort of see that they just got the little bits at the front, and it bothers me. It's like, get all the way in there. But sometimes it's hard depending on the brush that's on your mascara wand. So I'm gonna try, and my best trick is for when I'm wanting to do the upper lashes, I just like stick my chin out and look up, and I can really see where I'm going there. Which I say that and I'll probably poke myself in the eye. No, it's really getting there. Getting all the way down to the bottom there. There's a little doohickey there. All the way down. And it's amazing how if you get all the way down to the lash line and it starts right where it's coming out of your eyelid, you know, the mascara coloring starts there, how much thicker and darker your eyelashes look. It's quite an amazing thing. Yeah, this is a beautiful mascara that just, it doesn't clump. I love it, and it really seems to help my lashes grow. I mean, it just really does. So, can't beat that. And then for the bottom ones, I do a little bit of the opposite, but I'm careful not to get this on my lid. I'm just gonna do it. It's much easier to get into the bottom lid ones to see how to get them completely to the lid. And I say that right when I get that there. In case I haven't mentioned it, which I didn't this time, I usually do, I'm not a makeup artist. As you can tell, I'm not even close. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not trying to tell you I know what I'm doing. This is what I do. So as long as we're all aware of that, believe me. Some of you who know more what you're doing or whatever probably are like, oh my God, I can't believe she's doing that. But it works for me for now. If I decide something different later, I will apply something differently later. But right now, this is what I do. And again, in my normal life, I don't take this long. And I don't talk this much, so. Okay. That's my mascara. Like it. I like it a lot. All right, I'm done with my eyes. A lot of times if I see that I've got like a little bit, especially if I put the sparkly stuff in it, I get a little bit of sparkly down here. In that case, I will take my dampened beauty blender that I've used. It might still have a little bit of product in it, and I'll take a little bit of my Too Faced powder, and I just kind of go back over it, stamp back over it. And that really seems to help make sure everything is the way it should be. Okay, there's that. Now we are doing face. Since I just brought everything down here, except for eyeliner, but since I brought everything down here to play with, I'm going to just do a little bit of mini contouring with this. I really like it. It's by Catrice. I also have one of my favorite concealers by Catrice, so I'm liking a lot of their products. I don't use this part very often, the highlighter, but I do like this color for contour. And this one is the Ashy Radiance, if that's even a thing. But it works perfectly for me. It just gets enough of it like a shadow. So I just pop my brush in there and I just try to hit a little bit right there. No biggie. I mean, it's barely even noticeable. And that just really, I blend it in. It just really adds a little bit of a, you know, okay, she's got a cheekbone. Bring some of what's ever left on the brush kind of up and over. And then I add a little bit more. I just go into the chin, along the jawline lightly. Bring that down. Now if I'm feeling super fancy, I put on the edge of this brush and just kind of go down my nose just a little bit on the tip part because it's a little bigger there. And that's my super fancy contour. Now for blush today, I'm going to be using this because I use it all the time. I love it. It's my Chanel Jus Contrast, I don't know, in Golden Sun, number 280. I love it. It doesn't look like anything, but it adds, I mean, look at that. It doesn't look like it will do much of anything, but it does. Bop, 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 bop. Make your blush face. Just adds enough life that it's really, really nice. And it's got a little bit of sheen to it. So you've got like this natural, I don't know, it doesn't sparkle. It just feels, it looks like skin, you know, it looks like you were out in the sun or you, I don't know. It's just, it's a really good color. I like it a lot. And then if I feel like I've overdone it, which I do sometimes, I take my big fluffy brush that I put my setting powder and I just kind of go over it a little bit like that. It just kind of, you know, makes it better. Then, because I feel like being extra, did I bring a highlighter down? Yes, I did. Okay, I'm going to use my Becca, with the crown embedded in it thing that I got. I've talked about it. Just a little bit, very little. I hardly even can see it on me, and kind of like that. I have it, so I may as well use it. Sometimes I'll even put some right there. So yeah. Now, all I need to do is lips. So today for lips, we're going to do the MAC Dervish. All-time favorite, love this one. One of my absolute faves. And you probably have known this before, if you've seen any of my videos, this is my little lip trick thing to make my lips look naturally plumper. I make sure that I line just from here to here. I don't go all the way to the corners, and just right at the lip line, or the slightest sort of going over the lip line, but not really. You know what I mean? Like right at that lip line. Just there to there. And already that just makes that look so much plumper. Like it's just so plump that it's, you know, hanging over and there's a little shadow. Yeah. And then on top, I just do the Cupid's bow and a little bit out from the Cupid's bow, and that's it. Like that. And that already makes everything look plumper. And then I'm going to be using my Chanel number 722 and the Cocoa Rouge Gloss, I think. Rouge Cocoa Gloss. I got the words a little mixed up there. This is such a good color. That's it. So that's my face. Then I spray with some sort of setting spray. I just did the last squirts of my Glam Glow Glow Setter. Love that stuff. I might be repurchasing that. But in the meantime, I have some Urban Decay, which I've always loved this too. The All Nighters makeup setting spray. And this is, I have a small one I take on my trips and stuff with me of this one. So I really like it also. Spray that so that it lasts, which is good. Then, when I'm all done and right before I step up to leave and go about my day, I take my IT brush cleaner, or my Cinema Secrets, either one. They both work beautifully fine. They work just as well as the other, so that works out well. I take the brushes, especially my eyeshadow brushes, and I will just do a quick little, I'll try to lift this up. All right. It's like a combination of the cleanser and the microfiber cloth. Somehow it just really gets in there and the brush comes out so nice. So yeah, love that. And many times I'll do my blush brush, and you can just go over that same spot because it's still got stuff sprayed on it from when you sprayed. See? Love this technique. It's so good. So between deep cleanings, I do that with my brushes every single time. So yeah, that's the deal. Now I need to go fix my hair and get on with my day. So as always, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have been having a great weekend, and I will talk to you again real soon. Bye.